Have you ever pondered the struggles of Chinese youth in finding stable employment? Picture this. Gao Yu, a college graduate, ventures into the bustling city of Guangzhou, heart brimming with hope. Yet, the city, with all its glamour and opportunities, fails to offer her a stable office job. Consequently, she returns to her rural hometown in Yunnan, trading her urban dreams for the family's online fresh food business. The Chinese government, aware of this scenario, has been nudging young people to embrace rural employment. But let's be real, the allure of urban life is hard to resist for many college graduates. Faced with the harsh reality of job scarcity, some have chosen a different path altogether. They are lying flat, becoming full-time children, or slowly employed. It's not laziness, it's a quiet revolt, a way of coping with the daunting employment landscape. The issue is not simply about finding a job, but finding a job that aligns with the aspirations of the country's educated youth. The urban-rural divide plays a significant role in China's youth employment crisis. In the heart of this divide, we find the magnetic allure of urban areas, their glittering lights promising better job opportunities and a brighter future. This magnetic pull is so strong that it makes the government's task of convincing college graduates to work in rural areas a challenging endeavor. Imagine the case of Gao Yu, a college graduate who initially sought the hustle and bustle of office life in the sprawling city of Guangzhou. But the reality of the job market, the instability and the competition led her down a different path. Gao Yu decided to return to her roots, her rural hometown in Yunnan, to lend her skills and knowledge to her family's online fresh food business. Gao Yu's story mirrors a larger narrative in China, the tug-of-war between the allure of city life and the necessity of rural employment. It's a struggle between aspiration and reality, between the dreams of the young and the needs of society. Yet, despite the government's initiatives, the promise of better opportunities in the city is too enticing for many. They are drawn towards the urban glow, leaving the rural landscape behind. It seems the promise of better opportunities in the city is too enticing for many. An interesting societal trend is emerging in China, the rise of the slowly employed. Now you might be wondering, what does slowly employed mean? Well, it's a term coined to describe individuals who, facing job scarcity and instability, have chosen to step back from the traditional rat race. They are neither unemployed nor fully employed in the conventional sense. Instead, they work at their own pace, often in non-traditional roles or part-time jobs, and some even embrace the concept of lying flat, choosing to live a life of minimalism and non-competitiveness. This trend is particularly noticeable among the young generation. The high unemployment rates and the difficulty of finding stable employment have led many to reconsider their career paths and life goals. For some, it's about survival, finding ways to get by in a challenging job market. For others, it's a form of silent protest, a rejection of societal expectations, and the relentless pursuit of success. Interestingly, this phenomenon isn't limited to urban areas. Even in rural regions, where the government is encouraging youth to work, some are choosing the path of being slowly employed. While this might seem like a simple lifestyle choice on the surface, it does highlight a deeper issue: the disillusionment among China's youth. They're not just struggling to find jobs, they're grappling with a system that they feel doesn't value them. The slowly employed phenomenon is a clear indicator of the disillusionment among China's youth. How is the Chinese government responding to this employment crisis? Let's delve into that. In a bid to tackle the rising tide of unemployment, the government has made concerted efforts to increase civil servant and postgraduate recruitment. This is seen as a strategy to offer more stable employment opportunities, especially to the educated youth who are struggling to find their footing in the job market. But let's look at an example that highlights the complexity of the situation. Meet Fu Zijin. A graduate in primary school English education, Zijin had aspirations of shaping young minds. However, her dreams took a hit due to the government's crackdown on the education and training industry. This is a sector that once held promise for individuals like Zijin, but the tightening regulations have resulted in job challenges. Eventually, Zijin had to leave her homeland and her chosen profession behind to seek employment in the United States. This case underscores the unintended consequences that can arise from government policies, While the intention might be to regulate and improve standards, the impact on the ground can sometimes be a dampening of opportunities, leading to an exodus of talent. So, as we look at the government's response, we must ask, are these measures sufficient? They may provide some temporary relief, yes. They might even result in a few more employment opportunities in the short term. But the question remains, while these measures may provide temporary relief, they may not address the root cause of high youth unemployment. The journey to resolving China's youth employment crisis remains a long and winding road.